8-bits game. Who doesn't miss the golden age of video games when you had just a few colors to choose from and every pixel was the size of a brick? I do. I really do. So Pixel Lincoln, this deck building game that again came out of Kickstarter a while ago, and it's been quite some time in production, is something that I just had to back. I had to have it, if anything, out of charm. So then what? You back the game in Kickstarter. Is the money I paid worth what I'm getting inside this box? Well, we're going to open it and we're going to take a look at it and we're going to find out. Welcome to the GMS Magazine unboxing videos. We all know that American presidents have superpowers. Pixel Lincoln is the proof, because Mr. Lincoln, the president, will have to go through time and space to restore the balance of time. Oh, that's the theory anyway, here in Pixel Lincoln, which came out of Kickstarter, and I must admit, I was really impressed about how big the box was, because being just a deck building game, well, I say just, a deck building game, I thought it was going to be a smaller box, but no, this is a pretty huge box. So we're going to look inside and see if what I paid for in Kickstarter is worth it. Right, firstly, the rules. That's what I like, next to nothing. These are pretty good, big fonts. Level difficulties, oh, insanity level, yay. This is all very clear. It feels quite okay. The layout is extremely simple, which is fine. It doesn't need to be anything else. And I have to say, it does remind me an awful lot of the rules that used to come with cassette games in the 80s. The Spectrum and the Amstrad and everything. It really feels very much like them. So I'm quite, this is actually quite a good little touch. That is brilliant. And I'm not even going to comment on it, because if you are not getting this irony, you're not old enough and you haven't played enough retro games. Get out there and play some. That is absolutely brilliant. This is absolutely fantastic. Your own level editor. How excellent is that? I'm showing my aging here, friends, sorry. This is the sort of thing that you could see, hear or read in magazines in the late 80s and mid 80s about your Spectrums and your Amstrads and that sort of computer. Board, quite simple. Very, very much in tune, very simple. More colors than you will be able to use in an 8-bit computer, but that's fine. That's not really the point at all. The feel is very, very much there. So I like that an awful lot. The quality of the board is great. The quality of the binding is lovely. Very, very nice indeed. So the whole thing feels very good. Level 1 and level 2 boxes, so you can keep your cards in. Great attention to detail. Again, the whole layout, the whole graphic design, seriously, it feels very much like the cassette tapes that you used to see all those years ago. More boards. Look, score pile, 1 per player, I'm assuming. Very nice, actually, that they have taken each board is slightly different. Double-sided, to keep the score, the points or what have you. My little Lincoln. And each board is a little bit different. They have different great. Really fun. They feel really, really good fun. and I like that. Now, I believe that these two were expansions from the Kickstarter that you paid for. I know these definitely were. There's a specific 1 cent coin, which I'm sorry, I'm going to be really rude and I am not going to open the plastic bag because I want to keep it sealed because that's the kind of geek I am. 1 cent. And then an 8-bit portrait of President Lincoln, which is great. And now they have sent me a penny. Oh no, it's not a penny, it's 1 Canadian cent from 1993. Thank you, I guess. Right, and now we have the Lincoln meeples. These are actually quite sweet. I'm not sure they look like Lincoln too much. They look more like Martians to me, I think. Strange. Quite charming in their own way, but I'm not sure this is Lincoln. It doesn't look like Lincoln to me. They're lovely though, I really, really like them. But I wouldn't look at these and think, hey, Abraham Lincoln. Shouldn't. Right, let's take now a look at the important bit, which is the cards. We have these separators, which will come here and will help us separate everything. Let's try and break the plastic without using my teeth, because that would be rude. Ah. Very well packing, Game Salute. You really pack things. These are a bit on the thin side, I have to admit. A little bit on the thin side. I wish they were a little bit thicker. But considering that they're not going to be played with, you're just going to use them to keep all your mini decks or will have you separated, that's fine. I was going to say simple design, but there's no simple design. There's no design in them. There's nothing. There's just nothing. Which is fine. No, I'm not going to complain about that. And now the decks of cards. We open this. Right, what are they like? Ooh, 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 no, these feel very nice. These feel very nice, actually. They're not laminated, which is a pity, and that means that I will still need to sleeve them all. But they're quite thick, which is good. They feel good in the hand, so that's fine. And we have Justin Calvert and the American Geek Mom. Okay. And then all the tools that you use in-game. There's an awful lot of the beard rung. And jumping. Seriously, attention has been paid an awful lot to the graphic design to make it look and feel like an 8-bit environment. It's not just about the illustrations, but it's about the relationship between the illustrations and everything around it to make it look like an 8-bit kind of game, and it really does. This is very, very reminiscent of my childhood games. You know, playing Knight Lore and all sorts of awesome games. There are an awful lot of different, 4 different decks, which I'm not sure what they do, but I think it's pointless to open them. And very quickly, we can take a look at the Kickstarter bits, which are more cards. The Konami code. These are great because these are the sort of cheats that we used to have. I mean, I'm not sure, I've only played console games for the last few years, so I don't know if they're still available. But we used to have an awful lot of cheat codes in my Spectrum, and this really that's what they are. I am very happy with this. I have absolutely no reservations with what they've done with the money to get the game out and about after the Kickstarter. The box is very good. I like the separation, which is very nice. There is a little bit, which is very well observed from their point of view. Well done, guys. There's a little bit of a space between the sides, so even if you sleeve the card and the sleeve takes another couple of millimeters, that's going to be fine. You will still be able to use these cards. That's lovely. So the whole thing is actually very well done. I am quite chuffed about it. The meeples are not as good as I was hoping, but the box is really sturdy, very, very thick indeed. So that's great. Another well-produced game coming out of Kickstarter. Yay.